Hello, hello, hello. I'm ordering something to eat, so just hold tight, right? While I make this message, I'm gonna connect my AirPods, and I'll probably be at the speaker soon. It's not gonna be a healthy thing I'm ordering. It's one of those. I've been working stress relief meals that I like at Wendy's. Wendy's is close to my house anyway. So, but going into the topic before I have to place my order, right? Come on in, hit like. Give me some digital love. Give me some digital love. I was listening to Dick Gregory, right? My eyes look a little dark. I guess I've been working, right? Been working. So I was listening to Dick Gregory, more specifically on his viewpoint on health, right? We know Dick Gregory passed away, I think, at the age of 84. But I was listening to him on some of his things about nutrition, sleep deprivation, and hydrating yourself, and getting proper water, right? And he made this statement on one of the videos about debt collectors, right? About debt collectors. So let me place my order and I'll get back to the topic. So hold on. Hopefully my audience is building up.
Excuse me, when is that pick your order?
Yes, I would like 2 cheeseburgers and a medium chili.
We have some large.
Large would be fine.
That's 2 junior cheeseburgers and a large chili?
Yes.
509, thank you.
Thank you. Speaking of nutrition, I think Dick Gregory will approve me eating this, but anyway, so on the topic of when is it okay for you to answer the phone, right, and tell a debt collector that you don't have the money. For a long time, in my videos, I would inform people until I heard this thing that changed my mindset, changed my paradigm, is that you don't answer the phone, you don't verify who you are with a debt collector, because they will oftentimes call your phone and say they don't identify themselves. They say, am I speaking with, in my case, LaTanya Deloach, right? And they're doing that as a method of verification. When you respond back, yes, this is she, or yes, this is he, they're doing it for a method of verification. And Dick Gregory's testimony on one of the videos I stumbled across as I'm watching him discuss nutrition and health, he says, I answered the phone, hello, Mr. Bruno. You all give me some digital love. I love that. That just add fire to my fuel, right? That just keeps me motivated to keep going and keep giving you all this very life-changing, detrimental information. You all coming in, and while you coming in, hit the like button and share this to your page, right? More people need to hear this. How you doing?
I'm good. It's 509.
Okay, thank you. Because we know that sharing is caring. Thank you for the digital love. Thank you for the thumbs up. I told people I'm at Wendy's ordering something. It's just a stress relief quick meal. I haven't eaten anything all day. I've been working on this conference tomorrow while that's on my mind in Little Rock, Arkansas. If you are not registered online, you need to register right now, right after you stop watching my live. Don't push stop ending. Thank you.
You're welcome.
To register, but go to www.mycreditandcashflow. How you doing? All right, thank you. Is there any chili sauce in here? All right, thank you. Go to www.mycreditandcashflow. Hey, Cortez, you just don't know how blessed I am, and I am so thankful for you. I put on my thank you. You too. I put on my Facebook page this morning a post. I'm gonna get back on topic of when to. I promise you want to hang around for this, because I'm going to tell you when it's okay to tell the debt collector you don't have the money. So you all want to hang on to the very, very end. But back to Mr. Springer, I had an associate, right, that I made some connections for, that caused this person to get thousands of dollars. I've recommended them to some people. I did some things, tagged them in some things on Facebook, made them a connect, right? And of course, in doing so, the person has to take action, right? It won't help them if they don't take action. If I tell them about a business person or classes that are being taught, or an attorney that can help them, it won't help them when they don't take action. But at the same time, simultaneously, if I didn't connect you, right, you wouldn't have been in a position where you would have knew what action to take. So I was always saying, I say this to people, when something works out good for you because somebody either knowingly or unknowingly or consciously or subconsciously makes a connection. I think Mr. Cortez just subconsciously, one day I was on one of his live and he just referred to me as the queen of credit. And now that has been my branded name, right? That has been my branded name. And that's that one brand, that one God-giving, you know, comment that he made, right? And I took action to brand it, will, if in the future, make me thousands of dollars. Because now I'm branding t-shirts, right, that has the queen of credit on it. And so that's what I'm named for. So I always thank the people. You know, God sent people in your life. It's good to thank God, but it's also, you know, the stories in the Bible, the men that got healed and only one came back and told God thank you. He also sent prophets and other things, other actions, other people in your life to take you to the next level. And take our time to thank those people. Take our time to tell those people thank you. So because God is using that person. So thank the person too. And this person went on and on about, I give God the glory, I give God the this. And I'm saying, well, you don't have no time to tell me thank you. I kind of took out time to give you that connection and connect. But back to the topic. So I'm watching Dick Gregory, and Dick Gregory makes a comment, right, that he and his wife, when they were married, you know that Dick Gregory has passed on. He's deceased now. But when his wife and him was married, during their marriage, they were getting bills from Sears and Roebuck, right? Sears and Roebuck. And the people were calling his phone, harassing him. And he said he answered the call for one of the debt collectors trying to collect on this Sears and Roebuck bill. And he says, yes, is this Mr. Dick Gregory? And he said, yes, speaking. And so he said the young man was like 22 years old, and the man was shocked, right? Thank you. I will, Mr. Springer. I need to connect you on some more business levels as well. And so he said the young man was shocked that he acknowledged that, yes, this is Dick Gregory, because they're already programmed, or they have strips of what to say next when someone say, my ass, who's calling, or, you know, who's speaking. And he said, well, this is such and such, and I'm trying to collect this debt from you, from a bill or services that you have with Sears and Roebuck, right? And so Dick Gregory goes on to say, well, young man, look, I've had this bill for 38 years. You probably won't collect it in your generation. And I'll pay you when I get the money, right? And so I always was against that, because I always tell people to validate the debt. I always tell people to validate the debt. Make the credit bureaus validate that you owe them. Because I always think of it in this term, or in this way. Hey, if Dick Gregory owed Sears and Roebuck, then what makes this third party collector have the right to request money or collect that payment from him? He did not purchase anything from them. He did not have any contractual agreement with this debt collector. He made no services. The debt collector decided upon their own decision making to purchase his debt. And just think of it too. Let's go back to biblical, right? In the year of Jubilee, your debts are erased. When someone purchases and buys your debt, just think about that. Doesn't that mean it should be eradicated? It should be gone, because they bought it from the company or the business that you did the business with. So why are they trying to collect that money from you, right? And so that's called debt validation. But But this story helped me get a revelation. If you have a plan, people, if you have a plan in which you know how to handle an account if it is charged off without being taxed on it, without getting a 1099, and there are ways to do this. If you know how to handle a charge off credit card without that amount becoming taxable income, and there are tax loopholes to help you do this, then you very well should answer the phone, identify who you are, and tell that credit card company directly, the original person, that I don't have the money. Now, I'm not saying the debt collector, right? And you can tell the debt collector that too. But you also need to, in the same sentence, tell them, I need you to validate the debt. But if it's a credit card company calling to collect from you, and you don't have the money, answer the phone and tell them that. I don't know what your situation may be. I don't know if you can, you're sick, and you're not able to pay. You lost a job. Tell them you don't have the money. Why am I suggesting this? Because if you know how to handle a charge off correctly, and I'm not saying make an arrangement, right, to pay. Some people will suggest that you make an arrangement to pay a certain percentage of the debt. Doing that will disqualify you from not getting taxed on that money. Let them use it as a tax write-off, as a tax deduction for their company as a loss. If they use it as a loss to their company, all of that loss, whatever the debt may be, you can be free of it, tax-free, without owing any taxes on it, without getting a 1099, if you don't agree to a payment plan. And you can stop it from being reported negatively as a charge-off on your credit report. This is the only time that I recommend you answer the phone with an original creditor and tell them, I do not have the money. If you know the tax loopholes and you know the credit loopholes, to get it off your credit report, if they then in return report it as a collection, 9 times out of 10 they will. Collections and charge-offs can be, I have removed them. I always get them removed from credit reports. That's my credit secret. That's my credit loophole. But in talking with a tax professional, because I always thought this was a bad idea, because let's say if you have $10,000 in credit card debt and they write it off, now that $10,000 is added to your income and you have to pay taxes on it from anywhere to maybe 35% at the highest to 22%. So, for example, if you gross $50,000 a year, that extra $10,000 would look as if you gross $60,000, and now you're taxed on it. But now I know a tax secret as well, and a tax loophole that will help you not even be taxed on that money when it's a charge off. So, hey, I hope this helped you. If you're just tuning in, watch the replay, because I'm dropping some valuable nuggets on when you should tell creditors, original creditors, you don't have the money, and why you should not agree to pay a certain percentage, but you should agree to have the entire amount just written off to the company and let them use it and say that it's a loss to the company, in which they get tax benefits. The company will get tax benefits as well. Hey, also register for the conference online. I'm dropping nuggets tomorrow. I'm talking about the conspiracy of credit, why poor people and black people need credit, why often African Americans with the same FICO score as Caucasian still get subprime lenders or predatory lenders, meaning they get higher interest rate, and you can have the same FICO score as a Caucasian. So I'm talking about the conspiracy of credit with that. I'm talking about the Dave Ramsey perspective about credit, which is cut up your credit cards, don't use credit, credit is bad, versus Robert Kiyosaki philosophy or concept of credit, which is use credit to leverage wealth, right? And how credit can be used as wealth building strategies. Kevin Young, the king of cash flow, will be discussing student loan debt, right? How to pay off your student loan. at $0 per month and still get accredited for making a payment. And if you're in any type of 501c3 nonprofit organization, a public education sector like I am, that in 10 years that student loan debt will be totally eradicated. It will be gone. It will be paid off in full, and you have made $0 payments on it every month, but it counted as a payment. And then we're going to be talking about the power of business credit, right? Then I'm going to be discussing your personal credit, why you need to build your personal credit, the top violations of the credit bureaus, and how to dispute them, right? How to dispute them. What are the top violations, and why you have the right to dispute anything on your credit report that's inaccurate, negative, or derogatory, right? And how to get those things removed, how to use the verbiage in the language. So go to, right, because you can if you're not going to be able to be there physically, you can access this live stream, but you can only get access if you register. Go to mycreditandcashflow is power.com. RSVP, so we can email you the link. If you're not RSVP, we don't have your email information. You won't be able to view the live streaming if you're not able to physically attend. However, just know live streaming will be limited, right? Because we're not giving out all these secrets. So if you're in the Little Rock, Arkansas area or the surrounding states, you need to physically come out. Once you go to www.mycreditandcashflowispower.com, then it will give you the location of the location that we're having the event and the time on tomorrow, so you can make that drive. Hey, I'm signing off. Queen of Credit. Sometimes they get tongue twisting. Queen of Credit, Miss Coach Deloach.